Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Angela, and welcome to my channel. I didn't realize that it has been about a month since I've given you guys a decent video. So today's video is probably going to be a little bit long. I actually have a lot of stuff to tell you guys and show you, and I want to talk about one of our adventures that we did yesterday. So outside, the chickens are starting to lay again. Here's some of their eggs. These are from Goose and Rainbow. And look at, you could tell a difference in size. I don't know who's laying what. And then Duck is our little chicken. And then baby Chick, she was laying too, but I just gave, I think, like 10 eggs away to my neighbors. So we don't have any from her. But I'll take you out there, I'll show you some of that stuff. I have a ton of cilantro that's come up that it was all volunteers. I just let the seeds fall after the plants were done. So that's super cool. Our daffodils are in bloom. Our passion vine is doing its thing. And I totally told you guys the wrong butterfly that lays eggs on that plant. They're similar. I think I told you it was a painted lady butterfly, but it's really the Gulf fritillary that lays its eggs on there. So we're gonna keep an eye on that plant and see when we get some of those. I imagine that it'll be pretty full pretty soon. The plant looks good. Hopefully we don't get too many because then they'll just eat the whole plant. But we'll see how that goes. One of the super cool things that I want to tell you guys. So there's this place, it's called 123 Farm. It's over here in Southern California. I think technically it's Cherry Valley that it's in. And we took a little adventure out there. They have a sheep shearing festival, and this is one of the little cards that we got. It has a map on here, what they're doing. It's this weekend and next weekend, and I think that's it. Just these 2 weekends. They're open from 10 to 4. They have a lot of cool stuff. It's kind of laid back, calm. It wasn't too busy when we went yesterday, but they have a petting zoo that's free. They just let you in it. It's pretty small, but they have a lot of stuff in there to play with. A couple goats, a couple sheep. They had some baby sheep in there too. Chickens, you can pick up the little tiny chickens, and then they have some bunnies. And oh, they had an alpaca too. I'll see if I can incorporate some of that footage in this video. If not, I'll put a link to the video that's going to be specifically about that on a different channel that I have. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for waiting so long for me to put another video out there. And we're gonna do some cool stuff. When we were at this festival yesterday, there's so many fun things that you can go do. And if you get a membership, like a family membership, it's only $100, and it's for 2 adults, and then all kids under, I forget, I think it's 17, under 12 years old. Double check their website because I might be wrong. But it was a lot of fun. There are little shops in there. The food was awesome. Their pizza place that they had, that's what's on here. There's a menu that they have for some stuff, but that was great. We got the pear and prosciutto one. That pizza was great. This year is 15 bucks for the pizza, and it's enough for 2 people. Really, I could have just eaten the whole thing all by myself. It was delicious, and it's made from sourdough bread. They also have a sourdough festival that just passed that we didn't end up going to. Next, they have a lavender festival. So their site is 123farm.com. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but we enjoyed it so much, so I want to share that stuff with you. You also got to see sheep shearing. That was super fun. No, the sheep are not hurt. It looks a little scary the way that they're holding them, but they walked away happy after they were shorn. And this we got from washing some of the fleece. I asked if we could take a little sample, a little souvenir. So I'm gonna make a cute little something out of it. I don't even know. Do a little shadow box with some memories from our adventure, and I'm gonna put it up on my wall. Later in the day, when we were watching the rest of the sheep get shorn, I had heard a lady ask for a bag of it. And they had it all bagged up in the back. So they handed her a bag, and I wanted to get up and ask too, but somebody beat me to it. So we patiently waited, and then we asked. There weren't a lot of people at the end of the day, and the guy said, sure, we can give you a bag of it. And we actually got to pick out our sheep. I was really hoping to get one that was different colors, and we did. So this is what we walked away with. This is super, super awesome. The sheep that it came from, their wool was smaller, and hopefully I didn't tie this too tight. If not, that's okay. We're gonna take it out anyways and wash it. So this is raw fleece. I think that's what it's called. And my daughter and I, we actually watched a whole bunch of videos this morning about needle felting. I think I said it right. If I didn't, sorry, please somebody correct me, or I'll just correct myself. But we have some awesome ideas on some things that we're gonna make. We have to wash this. So I already filled up the sink with hot water. I got a couple different bits of info. At the festival, we were washing it with cool water. And I was told if you kind of just pat it, let it sit in the water, and then rinse it. You gotta rinse it a whole bunch of times. Then that's more for like when you're gonna make the yarn. If you squish it around, I guess that's for like felt mats because it's gonna be all matted. I don't know, I don't have a lot of experience with this, but this is so cool. And it's kind of sticky because they have that lanolin. So if I pull a little bit out, it's the shorter fur, but it's interesting, it's like greasy. So that's cool. We got some normal looking white fur, but I'm so excited. There's some brown in there too. Look at that. So we could use that maybe for like little eyeballs or something. We'll figure it out. We're gonna make some stuff after we wash it. I'm gonna do my best to not mess this up and make some stuff. And it doesn't smell bad. So that's good. I had it in my car overnight. So now we're gonna play with it. It just smells like a sheep. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe I'll show you a little bit right now of how I'm gonna wash it. I'm just gonna wash it in a dish pan and then rinse it, set it out to dry, maybe put it in a little basket or something. But thank you guys very much for watching. Take you on a little tour, show you some stuff. Super excited. Glad that I made some time to update you guys and give you another video. There's still a lot of stuff that I need to clean up outside, but a lot of my plants are doing really well. These are some of the melons. So they're getting there. I'm gonna put them outside soon, but with the amount of rain that we've had, and then we're gonna have some more rain next week, it kind of makes the pincher bugs come out. I don't want these to just disappear one morning when I go out there. I'll be very sad. So I'm protecting my little babies. I could probably put something on them outside, but I noticed the pincher bugs are probably what caused the most damage for me. And the more I let my chickens out and just move stuff around, the more pincher bugs they're gonna eat. They love eating them. So that's very helpful. But let's get started. I'll show you some of this wool. This stuff feels really, really interesting. It's like kind of greasy. So this is hot water, and I just used laundry detergent. I'm gonna have to watch more videos and see what everybody does. And we'll see if I even do this right, but I could feel a difference already. It's really interesting. So I'm gonna leave this soak here, and then we'll continue on our little tour. Then I'll rinse it, but this is just a tiny, tiny bit to start with. And I think we'll try and make some little sheep. I don't know if that's long enough, because it is a shorter fur, shorter fleece. So we'll see what happens, but there it is. I'm gonna let it soak, clean, rinse it, put it outside. So let me actually take you outside. So here's some of the daffodils that we have going on. Just a little area. And trying to clean up the entrance to my daughter's garden. And there's some of the passion vine. Hopefully I focused on it. So we're just waiting to see when we're gonna get some caterpillars. Nice volunteer tomato right here that I have no clue what it is, but we got some little flowers that are starting. Strawberries are down there. Got a couple in bags so we can enjoy them. All this back here is a work in progress. I was trying to wait till the ladybugs have come and gone, but I don't think we're gonna get that huge amount like we did the other years. So here's this bed that I gotta clean up. There's tons of cilantro, and I'm actually gonna need to use some later this week. So I'll just cut some of that. I have some asparagus that too big to eat. It wouldn't taste good. Plus I also don't have a whole lot. My red flame grape is really coming along. And show you guys up there what I've done. I've made it go more like an arch so I could walk under it. But this has given me a lot of grapes the past couple years. My peach tree has tons of blossoms. There's a little plum tree back there next to that bicycle planter that I gotta get situated. We have an apricot tree. That's looking pretty good. This part might actually not be apricot. Might be whatever the rootstock was. So I don't think it's gonna do too much for me. But I have gotten a couple apricots off of here, and it looks a lot better this year. We have Granny Smith apple by the chicken coop. And then this plum tree. This is my burgundy plum. And it has been very plentiful. This thing where that stick is sticking out, I gotta fix it. I'm trying to make it kind of go like a canopy. So I'm having pretty good luck. Just I need to secure that stick a little better because it keeps moving. That's pretty much what we have going on. Spring just started, so we have some time. Get that happy little bee in there. Tons of little bees. Just don't come sting me. I'll give you guys a little bit better look of what I'm doing. I'll fix it and give you guys an update. Well, there's a little bit better view from the ground. But if you kind of imagine walking under this and just being able to pick some plums, then you'll be picturing what my plan is. There's a little bit of my orange tree too. It's gonna have tons of flowers. Well, it already does. They're just not open yet. Well, there you guys go. You guys had a little mini tour. Then I'm gonna give you some footage after I say goodbye right here. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing what we have going on. Hope you enjoyed hearing about the sheep shearing festival that we went to. And then we picked a couple daffodils and brought them in. So cute. We hope to have a ton more of those next year. We just gotta plan ahead a little bit better and get that situated. The fleece or the wool that I started to wash, you can see where it's still a little bit dark from that lanolin. So I'm really tempted to go back to the festival. So if we don't do it later today, then we'll probably for sure do it next weekend. Otherwise we have to wait until next year. So there you go. I started messing around with this. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll find out what I should really be washing it with. I just used some laundry detergent that I had. The other video that I watched, she used like a powdered detergent, so we'll have to see. And then if we make something with it, or actually when we make something with it, we'll show you. But we got to get the right supplies. So I'm going to let this dry and then see how it's kind of like a matte already. I did look up a couple other things what this could be used for, just in case like I totally mess it up. And it says that it's good to be used as a mulch, or I can use it as like to prevent weeds. There are a lot of different uses for this stuff, for the fleece or the wool. So we'll see. It's too short for me to spin into a yarn, or at least that's what they said, because you can see that's like an inch long. So we'll see what happens with all this, and then I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you guys posted on the garden stuff. At some point, hopefully in the next couple weeks, you're gonna see a huge change. So I absolutely have to clear off that stuff. I was trying to wait to get rid of all the weeds and all the grass until the ladybugs came and went. And I noticed we went for a walk the other day and one of the yards had tons of them. So I don't know how they missed our yard, unless they're just making their way across. I don't know. Keep an eye for that. But as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'm going to give you some more footage.
Bye.
Sheep Shearing Festival. So here's just a little bit of footage at the Sheep Shearing Festival. We had the pear and prosciutto pizza, and it was absolutely delicious. I highly recommend it. We got to pet quite a few animals. There's that alpaca, there are bunnies in there, some chickens. There was a donkey, I think a couple goats, some sheep, a lot of stuff to play with. This huge cow we could not play with, but we got to feed some of these sheep. So we went on that kind of a little trip there. And then here's the sheep that we got to pick out that they were going to shear for us, that we got to keep some of the wool. I turned the volume way, way down on that file, so it wasn't too loud while I'm talking. I could have muted it, but then you can kind of hear what's going on too. And they bagged it up and they handed us the wool. I don't know if that's a normal thing that they usually do, but it was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and hopefully I will see you next week.
Bye.